Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda, and this is a fallout for Democrats. There was no blue wave and there was no landslide for President Trump. What an unbelievable election. It's by no means over at the time I'm recording this, but it does seem that the American people have definitively spoken. There is essentially a rejection of the radical left. There's a rejection of what one would call socialism, but there's also, in many ways, a broad rejection, an unexpected rejection of President Trump in certain states. And we'll see how everything unfolds. And it does look like, at the time I'm recording this video, that if former Vice President Joe Biden wins Arizona, wins Nevada, it doesn't matter what happens in Georgia. It doesn't matter what happens in Pennsylvania. We would have President Joe Biden. But today, on a Democratic caucus call, you can start to see the weakening of the position of House Speaker Pelosi, who did release a letter and who did call this election challenging. You've probably already seen that letter by now. But this was a comment from the Democrat Abigail Spanberger from Virginia. And she said on the call, and you'll see this tweet on your screen from Erica Werner. This is what Spanberger said on the Democratic caucus call today. She said, "We lost races we shouldn't have lost. Defund police almost cost me my race because of an attack ad." Because, that's something the other side seized on. She said, "Don't say socialism ever again. Need to get back to the basics." And she was yelling during the call. She also said, "If we run this race again, we'll be effing torn apart in 2022. Wow. This is a rejection of what one might call the extreme left or the radical left within the Democratic Party. I want to be clear to all my viewers and subscribers again, for me at Ignition Time and for our community, for my team, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm American. I feel we should own this election as Americans. I'm proud of this election. I am proud to be an American, and we need to let the process play itself out. And we need to let all these volunteers who are working in different states count the votes. And that is the reflection, that is the will of the American people. And I think I do see where this will is heading. But again, let's see what happens in Arizona and Nevada. Let's see what happens in Pennsylvania. But House Speaker Pelosi came back on this call, and I'm focusing on the Democrats on this call and the fallout, if you will. And she said she disagrees. She said, "We won the House and the presidency." I'm smiling because it didn't go. This election did not go the way of the Democrats. I feel that Republicans, the senators, the congressmen, Republicans picked up House seats, as you know by now. And the control for the Senate still hangs in the balance, It's going to go to the Georgia runoffs. And also, earlier on the call, Debbie Muscarsel Powell, who lost her race, was crying, and she mentioned how people can't pronounce her name, and she said, "Stop being negative on Twitter." And they lashed out at reporters, saying reporters aren't your friends. And they were extremely upset. The Democrats are extremely frustrated. Just unbelievable what's happening right now. And it seems that Chuck Schumer was criticized on the call, and House Speaker Pelosi, somebody said House Speaker Pelosi had one hand tied behind her back. The fallout is already beginning for the Democrats. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And you'll find the link to all of our resources in the description section below. If you learned something new from this video, please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. The name of our channel is Ignition Time. I appreciate you. I think I can speak for myself. I'm a proud American. I'm proud of how the process is playing out. It may not make all of us happy, but what this is indicating is that we could have former Vice President Joe Biden. And I need to stop saying that now. Once we get the results, I'm going to start saying President-elect Joe Biden. It looks like we are going to have President-elect Joe Biden with a split Congress. In other words, the Republicans still potentially maintaining control of the Senate, unless the Georgia Senate race goes a certain way, which is quite fascinating what's happening in Georgia. 98% of the vote in Georgia has been counted at the time I'm recording this video. But if we have President Biden and then we have a Republican Senate and a Democratic House with a diminished majority, we have essentially divided government, if you will, which, by the way, Wall Street loves. because that means less regulation for them. But that could also potentially mean a smaller stimulus package, because now House Speaker Pelosi is not in the negotiating position that she was pre-election, and it looks like the president may not be motivated to do stimulus, which is a scenario that actually was predicted. It's a scenario that was predicted on my channel based on the reporting of Jeff Stein from the Washington Post. Just unbelievable how things are unfolding. I'll keep you posted, but this is where things stand right now. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section below.